Hello everyone, today we're going to be attempting the 10-minute challenge, and since I didn't quite manage it, I am going to also be remodeling it and making it into a more livable house. I think it came out okay. I only missed, I added a trash can inside, but I didn't add one outside. And I also forgot the mailbox. But other than that, I think it has everything you would need for a house to be functional. Or at least mostly. It is also definitely not a starter home. It's like 27,000 simoleons, I think. But I wasn't really thinking about the price. I was mostly concerned with the time limit. But so that I could be able to finish that, I wanted to use mostly seasons for the windows and the everything. So you can see that I used the fence and the columns from that pack and most of the stuff like the doors. I really wanted to have a covered porch, but I didn't really know how I wanted to go about it. So I ended up just using one of those flat squares and using wood flooring in there. I'm not sure if that's realistic. Where I live, we do not have this kind of house. But since I was building in Willow Creek, I thought it would be sort of easier to build a house in this style. It wasn't exactly easy. Full disclosure, I did start this challenge, I think 3 times, and I got really frustrated with the first 2 attempts, so I just bulldozed them and restarted the counter. But that allowed me to have a clearer idea of what I wanted to do for this house's shape and layout. I have been wanting to try this challenge for a while, but I was a bit scared because I haven't mentioned this, but I had an injury in my wrist and I needed surgery, so my coordination isn't so great at the moment. So I was thinking maybe I would make it like a 15-minute challenge, or maybe I would set my timer to 11 minutes instead of 10, so I would be able to compensate for my hand getting tired or my coordination being not great. But in the end I decided against it, and so I am pretty happy with how much I managed to include in this house. I also wanted there to be 2 bedrooms, which was slightly ambitious, not that much because I ended up using some of the same furniture in both rooms, such as the bedside tables, for example, and the dresser or the closet. Of all the houses I have built, it is the one that least looks like one of my houses. It is very beige. In one of the attempts I tried to make it a white house, like everything inside was going to be white, but in this one I decided to use just browns and these sort of cream colors. That's easier for the color scheme. But yeah, that's mostly it. I think I only cut out 3 little sections of these, mostly because they had like weird camera movements or that kind of stuff, but I kept everything that was like the process, like the mistakes and everything. All those things I left in, and I also didn't speed it up as much as I speed up my other videos. But I think it was fine because it's such a simple house and I didn't record for that long this time. So now we're working on the remodeled version of the house. I didn't want to change many things here, just like a few swatches and add some furniture, but I wanted it to look like a realistic makeover, one that wouldn't be that expensive. Well, I did change the wallpaper almost everywhere, and I also added a backsplash, and that probably would be the most expensive thing that I did here, thinking realistically. But other than that, I kept most of the furniture, and I just added some more of those island counters in the kitchen. And also the sink that I forgot. I was very embarrassed when I noticed that I hadn't added a sink in there. But now we have like a proper, like the living room looks a bit better. I will come back to it later. And we have also a proper entryway. And now we're working on the child's bedroom. I really wanted it to have like an animal theme. There's no pet stuff in this house, but I figured maybe this child really likes animals. Maybe their parents are allergic or they don't want a pet for whatever reason. But everything in that room will be animals. I'll also come back to it later. But I also added the same tiling in the bathroom and changed some of the swatches. I was thinking maybe a paint job would be a cheap way of remodeling a house and maybe having it a bit better. The changing of the swatches on the shower isn't that realistic, and it actually isn't such a cheap remodel in The Sims either. The original house was 27,000 simoleons and this one is 44,000 simoleons, and when you look at it, there isn't like a lot of changes. Well, I did add some tiling on the bathroom floor because I forgot to paint that. I didn't notice that I didn't do that. I also added curtains everywhere because I didn't have time for curtains. These windows are really nice, but you need a specific size of curtain for them, and many of the curtains that, or at least the ones that I have, do not fit that size. But anyway, I use the ones from the model kit because those are modular, so that was like the best curtains that I found for this job. They thankfully matched the color scheme that I was going for. Well, in the bedroom, this is the whitest room of all. I used this white bed from Cats and Dogs, and the rug is from that bag too. Overall, I think I like this room. It is very calming. And I also decided to change out the coffee table in the living room, add a chess table so that this space wasn't so empty. I also added one more chair in there, and I really liked how this chair from Nifty Knitting matches the couch from the Desert Luxe kit. And other than that, I think I just added like some rugs for the outdoor and the indoor, for outdoors and indoors. I also added a table and chair set for the outside and some full decorations. Moved around some stuff and just add like those little details. And yeah, that's almost everything that I do. I might put this up in the gallery. I am still not sure. I think I will, because I think it looks nice. I do feel weird about it because it really isn't like the other stuff I build, but I think I will add it just to have some variety in there. And now we're just adding some more terrain paint and just noticing that the roof is all funky and correcting that shortly. And yeah, just I think I just added some garden plots, or no, some planters in the back and some monkey bars. I'll just pop inside for a little bit to add some aprons and some sconces next to the TV and probably some other little decorations. I think I added a mug to the dining room table, and let me know how you think I did in this challenge. And so like this video if you liked it, and subscribe for more content like this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.